Okay, so I put the axial dig in the Wraith yesterday and hooked it up to my Spektrum. I had to wire off one of my ports, so my lights and my BEC go into one port, and using the third channel for the dig. Figured I'd show you guys how it works. It actually turns really, really good. So let's check it out. I have my controller. Oh, see that? There we go. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. So using the dig kit, hitec 79, oh not a 79, the HS 255 MG, I think, the 225 MG. That little guy. They have a tendency to strip the motors very easily if your endpoints are too far. So when you go to set this up, turn your endpoints way, way, way down before you start setting up, because you could burn out that servo really quick. I burned out like 3 of them on my LCC dig. So on my high side and low side, I'm at 31% on each. So I should have taken some pictures, but you could see it up in there. It's kind of hard to see. You see the arm for it. Had to slide the motor over. The solder tabs, they had to go straight up. And as you can see, I dremeled out a little bit of the interior to make it fit. But it's not too noticeable, so it's pretty cool. It's my Halo dude. A little small, but he works. Here's Doggy. Bam Bam! Say hello, Bam Bam. Alright. So let's power it up. See if I can get a shot of the servo arm moving. It moves very, very little movement. If you have a 3-position, which I don't, I have a workaround for it. You can do, you can lock the rear wheels, and you can free spool the rear wheels. But I only have a 2-position, so I'm running it as a locked right now. So that's 4-wheel. See, pretty big turning radius. Now this is going to be the dig engaged and the rear wheel's locked. Pretty much turns on that inside rear wheel. Four-wheel again. Engaged. Disengaged. Doesn't have a bad turning radius on its own, but with that dig, makes it a lot better. And then, so what I do to the workaround, if I want to free spin the rear wheels, I go on my controller, engage the dig. Well, I leave it on this screen, on my my servo travel screen, and then I engage the dig, and then I turn this down to 0, and now the dig is engaged, but my rear tires are free spooled. As you can see, watch the front wheels. So they spin. Your turning radius isn't as good as this, but I mean, if you're on a climb, if you're on a cliff, and you don't want power to those rear wheels because they dig in and they flip you over, that'll come in handy. And then when I want to go back to full lock, back up to my 31%, and then my my rear tire's locked, and I turn on a dime again. Pretty cool. Cost, I think the dig is, I'll post a picture up with the video. It's like 36 bucks. The hitec's, the 225 mg is like 30 bucks. And then if you have limited ports on your receiver, as I do, you got to get a little Y harness. They're like $3 or $4 at the hobby store. Pretty cool. I'll have it out at, give it a real test next weekend. I'll let you guys know. Thanks.